before I get too far, I want to show you what I've got in the project I'm working on. This is a 1965 Crestliner Voyager, and I'm completely restoring it. Right now I'm working on, I've gutted it, and I'm working on trying to get the paint off, which is going to be a huge project. So, here he is. Alrighty. It gutted out pretty much. Gutted out the old paint on it, the old motor. That back piece is probably getting replaced. The wood. Say 12 foot or 14 foot, I can't remember. But anyway, this is what I've been doing on it today. There's the original 1965 color. I'm just working on stripping it down to the aluminum. It's taking a while. That whole wood piece right there is getting replaced. Building new seats for it. Big project. And I'm probably buying a new one of those. Repainting the motor. Oh yeah, lots of fun. Right, an update of the boat. Still working on taking the paint off of it. Here I've got still working on a little bit of it at the top. Nice and shiny. Got the railing. Still need to do some touch up on that, but the railing is done all the way up. This railing. It's done all the way up. That's it. I've probably put, a good 48 hours, if not more, trying to take the paint off. I just gotta get the bottom basically, and I'm gonna take out the trailer for that. I have also taken the dash off and the steering wheel, which is laying right there. I'm going to replace the piece of dash wood. It's all falling apart. Gotta strip the paint on the inside of the boat. so it can be painted. That's it. Okay, update. Still stripping the paint on the boat. I don't even know how many hours. Probably over 100 hours easily. 150 maybe even. But I'm almost done. Not got much left, but here it is. Almost done. I need to do the little back a little bit better, but I'm gonna sand that wood down. Finish stripping the paint off the center. It looks red over there, but it's just a reflection from our house. See, I'll show you. See, it's not red. The house reflecting in it. I don't think I've done a video since I took off the boat ramp. Here's the boat ramp. I'm gonna replace that carpet. Do a little bit of touching up to it. Repaint it. Never thought I'd see the day. All of the paint is off the boat. An aluminum boat again. Yeah. Alright, I don't have my GoPro on me, but I'm headed home. I just got off work and had to run to Ace and grab some things. I've got a fun little project I'm doing today, and I figured I'll take you guys along with me. I haven't uploaded any videos for a while. Been having some electrical issues with my house where half of my house loses power just randomly, so I haven't been able to get on the computer to upload anything, and I haven't really been doing anything. This is Alexander Reservoir. It's thawing out now, but it's still pretty frozen, and that's how pretty much every reservoir is around here. It's kind of exciting though to see it thawing that much. But haven't been able to do any kind of fishing or anything. Just kind of been being lazy and working, not doing anything fun. But I have been buying things, and you'll see those things here shortly. It's going to be a fun project. I've never done anything like it before, so we will see how it turns out. And
come along and watch me hopefully not ruin the project. Alright, we're headed out. You don't get to see what the project is until I get over there. Going over to my property. Gonna go over and get started setting stuff up. It's gonna take me a while to set everything up. It's a pretty big project. It's gonna take me probably a couple of days to finish it. Just to give you a little bit of a clue or a hint, this is a project I've been working on for about a year, just a little under a year. It's been a pretty fun project. Like I said, I mean, the winter came and kind of limited on what I'm able to do during the winter, so it's starting to warm up and I'm able to kind of get out and get stuff going, and it's gonna be fun. So stay tuned and we'll get things set up, and I'll kind of give you a tour and let you see what I'm gonna do. Already, this is my boat. I bought this boat from my grandparents last year. I've been completely redoing it, gutting it, and last year I got all the paint off of it, all the interior shit pulled out of it, and was working on changing that up. Today, I'm doing all the electronics. I've got a fish finder, I've got lights, I've got a horn. I got all the bells and whistles today, so we're gonna get that stuff installed. So I'm gonna try to record as much as I can, but I've gotta run a generator because we don't have power over here, so yeah, I might not, but I'll take breaks every now and then and kind of walk you through it. So, okay, so this is just to give you an idea of all the stuff that I'm actually installing into the boat today. I'm gonna try to get it done today. So, these are the lights I've got. There's 4 of them. There'll be 2 on the front and 2 on the back. This is my Hummingbird fish finder. It is the Piranha Max 197 SD or CDI. Can't really see this, but this is a cigarette USB port. Some rocker switches with the horn button. The horn. One of the battery chargers, I've already got the other one set up. My bow light. Some boards for the electric cords. Wires. Some soldering stuff. All my wire connectors. Shrink tubing. Some fuse holders, because I'm going to install some fuses. I never cleaned it out. I took it out several times last year just the way it is. So I've got to clean it out, pull all the stuff out of it, and start wiring some accessories on it. I'm trying to get the motivation up to start cleaning the boat out. I gotta pull the old battery out. I might as well just get started, so stay tuned. Alright, so I'm doing pretty bad at keeping the GoPro going. I ran into a couple hiccups and it took me a bit to fix it with the transducer mounting up for my fish finder. But I will show you what I've gotten done so far. Let me clarify. Everything is not wired. The things I have on are just hooked up and mounted and secured and everything. They're ready to be wired, but I still have a whole bunch of other things. I still need to put the bow light on. I need to put my rocker switch on, my USB port on, my horn. And after I get all of that put on, then I have to go start wiring everything. So, alright, so I've got so far, I've got my pretty badass lights mounted on there. I'm going to test them out tonight, make sure they work good. I've got 2 of them mounted up front, the other one's over there. The other one's right here, nice and secure. Then, this is what was a pain in the ass. So, I figured that'd be a good spot to mount it, so as I'm driving my boat I can see any fish. As you can see right there, there's the wire for the transducer that runs up and under. Like I said, that's the only thing that's actually hooked up as far as electronics go. And here's, it comes out right here, comes down, comes out right here, and it's bolted down. And then here's the transducer itself. I still need to put some caulk on the inside of those screws, but that's her all mounted up. So, like I said, we've got the bow light to put up. Got my rocker switches, my horn, and my USB and cigarette adapter to go on. Once I get that done, I'm expecting a package from FedEx. It's got my 10 gauge wire, which is what I'm going to use for my battery. My battery cables is going to be the 10 gauge. This wire that I got is for extending the cables on all of my accessories, especially the lights on the back, because I've got to run them up. I'm going to try to keep all the wires running on one side of the boat, keep it more organized and nice looking. But she's coming along slowly but surely. But I mean, the hard part, the part that's going to take the longest is when I start doing the wiring, because I'm doing it right. I'm not going to do any of this half shit. I'm soldering wires or heat shrinking the tube on there and stuff to make sure it's nice and waterproof. Which I'm gonna have to go back to my house when I start doing that, because I forgot my heat gun. So stay tuned. Okay, so the boat is finished. I'll give you the tour. Alright, so obviously, like you guys saw, we've got the backlights. And again, we've got the transducer right here. All wired in right through there. I need to tighten those wires up a bit.
I had to do a little bit of fixing before I got you on. There's a fish finder. There's the front headlight. There's my bow light. Red and green bow light. There's the other headlight. Okay, climb up in here. There's my rocker switch panel. I've got a USB to cigarette lighter adapter voltage reader. I've got a power switch right here for my battery, so I'll flip that on. Now, as you can see, we've got power. We'll flip the lights on. They turn green when you flip them on. Working light. Working bow light. Working light. Working light. Working light. All right. Flip those off. Then we've got the horn. And again, like I said, that off, on. All right. There she go. Turn that off now. Alright, now I'm going to show you something, but I have to start the generator to show you this. You're probably wondering why I have an extension cord running in here. This is a battery charger. It's hooked up to my battery, and then it comes over here and plugs in. So says charging. So it works. Now all I have to do, if you can hear me, I just gotta get a motor. It's worth the $1,500. All right, here you go. Here's the key. Oh yeah. boat's finished. So here it is. All put back together. Alright, you guys can't see me, but here's one more feature I added to the boat. Pretty badass. Alright guys, so I know I said the boat was finished in the last video and the last update, but it was, I changed a lot on it now. So here is a tour of the new and finished little bastard. Alright, so that's all the same. It's all the same. Pretty sexy. But then, oh yeah, that's right, I've got a casting deck now. Here's my battery on off switches still, my toggles, my steering wheel. But then I've got just a little under slide deal, but if you look, it's all boxed in now. I've got these mounts for my lights, but up here I've got a big jumbo stowage. There's all my wiring mess. Nice big storage. Goes on just like that. I fixed the trolling motor, so instead of it going off the side like that and pushing me in a weird angle, it's now mounted on the nose of the boat, so when I put the trolling motor down, it's directly in front of the boat. This is another cool thing, is I can have my foot pedal up here, and then I've got my battery storage for my trolling motor battery, and that just sits right on there. And then on this side, I've got the other mount for the floodlight, and then I've got my swiveling fish finder, so I can look at fish if I'm right here, or if I'm up on the deck I can turn it angle it down so I can look down at it if I'm up there fishing on the deck. Nice little swivel deal. Pretty nice. And I do have inside here, underneath all of that, I do have a light, so that box is lit. I still have that storage right there and there and there, and I still have my soft plastics stored under here. Thinking about maybe figuring out a way to put my rods up there and tying them down. So there's a full angled view. There we go. Be in the nice shade. I will have to touch up the rails and stuff for the paint. But hell of a lot more fisher friendly now. There we go.